Good afternoon. I'm Peter Panepento, Assistant Managing Editor of the Chronicle of Philanthropy, and I'm pleased to be joined today by Gene Case, the CEO of the Case Foundation. And we're going to be talking a little bit today about why Millennials matter. And maybe you could start just by talking a little bit about the Case Foundation's role with Millennials and how you've been incorporating Millennials into the work you do.
Sure. Well, you know, at the Case Foundation, we like to say we invest in people and ideas that can change the world. And when we look at Millennials, we think they're really a change the world generation, and it really excites us. And so they've really been a big part of our work from the very beginning. The Case Foundation is made up largely of Millennials on its staff. A lot of our initiatives are about Millennials and with Millennials. And so we just think that they're an integral part to the role we want to play in this sector. And one of the things we really love and value about Millennials is when they think about changing the world, they don't think about it the way my generation did. They don't say, okay, I'm going to go into business and I'm going to do this thing to make this difference, or I'm going into government. They say, there's a challenge or an opportunity I'm trying to meet, and I don't really care, you know, which sort of perspective I bring to it. I just want to change the world. I think the generation takes an unfair hit, for their slacktivism, when in fact the level of engagement and the passion that we see coming forward out of this generation is unprecedented. I mean, we really have seen some remarkable data in terms of the level at which they're giving of their time and their money. And one of the things I think we learned from the Peace Corps early on is if you can engage someone early in their life in a cause that they care about and that they're passionate about, chances are they'll stay engaged in a meaningful way in society through their lifetimes. And so I think, one of the things that we got excited about very early on with social media was it was a new technology that came forward that right from the beginning it became clear how this was going to be used for good. And what I've said is the technology cycles I had been through in my professional career, and as you know, my private sector career was spent in technology, I really hadn't seen technologies that almost right at the start somebody thought about how could we use this for good. And the beautiful thing about social media is it's that, and a big part of that is because it was driven by these Millennials who, technology's more in their DNA, so of course you're going to use these new technologies for that part of your life that's about changing the world.